What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin is really just kind of ranging around still. However, there are some things popping up on Market Cypher B that could be indicating a potential breakdown on the way, but it's not all doom and gloom. As you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, I am pretty bullish in the medium to long term for Bitcoin for some pretty specific reasons. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I want to show you guys some of the key levels that I'm looking at, and then where that line in the sand is that, if broken, I'm expecting this breakdown to begin. There are a couple things I'm looking at, so I want to show you guys both of those and the key levels to the downside. And it's also not all doom and gloom. I think there is a potential possibility that if we hold these levels that we're at right now, we could get a move up to our local range high coming in at about 27,500, and then potentially there is a lot of roadblocks in the way, but if we can continue our way up, we could potentially get a move up to our macro range high, which is coming in between about $29,000 and $30,000. So I'm going to break it all down for you guys in this video. It's going to be a quick one, so buckle up. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart. And as you can see, we have basically just been ranging around in this local value area between about 26,500 and about 27,500. Now, yesterday, we did wind up getting a move all the way back down to the value area low of this range. And as you guys know, I am short from up here, and I am still holding that position. And, you know, just shout out to the volume profiles, guys. If you watch the channel, you're very familiar with this tool. But just for anyone out there trying to learn, anytime you break below that value area high, which is this level right here, again, when looking at the volume profile, your range high is called your value area high, your midpoint of the range is called your point of control, and your low of the range is called your value area low. And typically, when you break below that value area high, it is very, very likely that you're going to get a move back down to the bottom of the range. And this is extremely useful, especially if you're a trader, because it can basically help you predict if you're going to get a bigger move down. And that is essentially what I was looking for on this trade. I entered here, I found my entry signal and confirmations, I entered the trade here, and then as we broke this value area high, I was expecting to eventually get a move down to our value area low. And once again, it played out. Now, using that same logic, guys, you want to realize that we did get the move all the way down to our value area low. I'm going to go ahead and hide that position. And we did actually come down. We came down to our macro value area low, but then we finally got a move and almost tapped our local value area low to the dollar. And if you're using the same logic that we were just talking about when losing the value area high right here, we are looking for a potential move back up to this range high coming in at about 27,500 because we found support on the value area low. We're now trying to hold that point of control as support, and as long as we can hold this point of control, I do think the next stop for Bitcoin will likely be 27,500. This is something we were talking about on my live stream last night. However, guys, we are on the 2-hour chart, and we're really only looking, if we get to the highs of this range, we're really only looking at a 2.4% move, which is all great if you're a trader, but what if you're just looking for where price is going in the medium term, right? Like, what if you're just a holder and you're really just interested in trying to figure out if we're going to get a move up to 30K or down to 25K. So let's go ahead and talk about that. But in the short term, guys, as long as we hold this point of control, I do think the next move would likely be to revisit the value area highs. But like I said, there are some bearish signals popping up on our indicators. So now let's go take a look at those and kind of start taking a look at the bearish case. Now, if you guys come up to the higher time frames, you can see here our daily did confirm our red dot here. Our money flow actually does look like it wants to curve up a little bit. That's why I'm saying it's not all doom and gloom. I think there is a chance that we could get faked out here with our money flow on the daily and the 2-day as well. But as you know, some of the bearish things we've been looking at is the fact that our money flow is in the red on the daily, but our VWAP rounding off here is not the worst look in the world. But again, money flow on the daily in the red is more of a bearish sign. And then if you come up to your 2-day, we were looking at this on my live stream last night. We are now printing that 2-day red dot, and kind of to add insult to injury here, guys, money flow is also coming back out with it as well. Now, this does have me feeling like we have to be at least a little bit prepared for this move down to our next major level level of support starting at about $25,300. And you guys know about the head and shoulders that we have here on the higher time frames. I'm not going to cover that in this video because I talk about it on almost every single live stream. But this does have a technical breakdown target of potentially as low as $23,000 to revisit this point of control from back here in February. So that's something we have to keep in mind. And with a 2-day red dot, we just want to keep an eye on this and hope that it's not the thing that's going to wind up breaking us down. But it doesn't stop there, guys. If we come up to the 4-day time frame, we were printing a green dot, but we have immediately flipped that into a new red dot on the 4-day time frame. This is a pretty high time frame to be getting this red dot. So this is kind of another point for the bears and why I'm being very careful that we may get a longer term move to the downside, even if we get some more local bounces. Now, if you come up to your 5 and your 6-day, you can see your 5-day money flow is also working its way to the downside here, looking for a crossover into the red as your VWAP is starting to reject slightly from the 0 line. Taking a look at your 6-day, money flow is starting to round off here with your VWAP coming to the upside, and the weekly actually doesn't look too horrible. Rounding back to the upside, money flow could look a little bit prettier, but that weekly VWAP coming to the upside would kind of be your saving grace here. But really the main things I'm looking at here, guys, is the VWAP flop on the 4-day. This is more bearish in my opinion. And then that 2-day red dot printing are just some things that we can keep an eye on for a potential breakdown. Now, in my opinion, guys, if this 2-day red dot does not wind up giving us a big breakdown, I would start feeling pretty good about really getting another move to the upside closer to about 30K. And this is kind of the thing I'm looking at. If we can get this 2-day money flow to kind of roll back to the upside, get this green dot to either disappear or confirm, I'd rather see it confirm and see price just kind of hold the line here and then get another 2-day green dot to get another bigger move to the upside. But as long as this doesn't give us a huge breakdown, I wouldn't be feeling too bad. But again, right now it's printing with money flow coming out, so I have to lean a little bit more towards any move to the upside being a small retracement before continuing down. Similar to the last 2-day green dot, we expected it to give us a move up, but because money flow was in the red, we knew it was likely just going to bring us up into this purple box and then give us a reversal to the downside. And we shared that setup in the free Discord. If you're not in the free Discord, go ahead and hit that description and click that link and get in there for free. Tons of value in there, tons of great traders, and we're going to be adding more value to that coming up in the near future. So definitely check that out. And guys, don't forget, if you find these urgent market updates useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these urgent updates, because sometimes Bitcoin dumps out of nowhere, and if you're looking for answers to why and where to find support, these market updates are going to be your best friend. But those are kind of the bearish signs popping up here, guys. And on top of that, guys, these medium hourly time frames, I cannot unsee this. Money flow is consistently working its way to the downside on the 4-hour. VWAP rolling over as well. If we are going to get a bigger move down here, potentially down to test some of these spider lines here at about 26,500, I think this 4-hour red dot is what I will be looking for to see if we're going to get that move back down to the bottom of the range again. Now, if we do get that move to the bottom of the range down here, guys, I will be looking for longs. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys the line in the sand where I will basically be flipping bearish on Bitcoin and really expecting that $25,300 level down here to come in. And basically what it is, guys, it's going to be this purple spider line coming in again at $27,500. And like I said, I don't want to sound like a complete bear here because we did come down and tap that value area low / spider line almost perfectly here as they were intersecting, which could be a really, really, really good sign. But again, this 4-hour money flow coming out, your 2-hour money flow has crossed into the red. You're printing a red dot here as well. And your 3-hour money flow is also coming to the downside. So this, with the 2-day red dot and the 4-day VWAP flop and red dot printing on that time frame as well, does have me a little bit concerned about a bigger breakdown here. But again, we can easily get faked out by the indicator, which is why I'm watching the key level of this spider line between about 26,500 and 26,300, and really the purple spider line here at 26,300, 26,400. Obviously, this trends up over time, but once we start losing this level, guys, if you pull up the VPVR, you can see here that is basically basically where our low volume gap begins. So once you start losing that spider line, you may be getting stuck underneath this volume, and then you could quickly get that drop down to $25,300 to $25,000. And that is basically what I'm looking for, guys. But again, never getting super bearish at support. Even if we get another move down here, I will be looking for bullish setups to catch another long position in case we get accepted back into the macro value area. So guys, I think that's all the time I got for today's market update. Again, I am leaning slightly bearish in the medium term because of the way the medium time frame money flow looks, as well as that 2-day red dot and 4-day red dot. But again, if we can hold the line here and hold that spider line between 26,500 and 26,300, I will be looking for another move up until we wind up breaking those levels. That's where my longs are probably going to get stopped out at break even, but my short will be even deeper in profit. And that's the beauty of being a trader. We can make money whether the price goes up or down, and that's why we prepare in either direction. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me under man.